Greetings everyone and welcome back to Terminus Zombie Survivors, where Aavak and Lady Wolfheart managed to make staggering amounts of progress in the last episode when we discovered that we could simply trade for items that weren't in the on-offer display at fortified houses, specifically trading trust for these items rather than bartering an item for another item. We were able to get all the fuel we needed to bring Lady Wolfheart from this fortified house all the way up to our new base location. And in fact, we have established a base in a relatively good position, in my opinion. We've got salt water down here. We've got a park, which hopefully will have fresh water up here. We've even got a library, a possible grocery store, and we are so close now to Terminus, only 10 kilometers away. If we can navigate a route, a viable route over to Terminus, we might be in a position where, in this episode, we can win. Whether we want to or not, there's lots of things that we could do. In fact, there are several different ways to end the game. 5 endings that I'm aware of at the moment. But at this point, you may know that the game is already available on Steam. You can pick this up in its 1.0 release state as we speak, and quite a few people have picked it up because I've noticed that a couple of the achievements that I've gotten have there's about twice as many players, or around that many, because some of the more rare achievements that I've gotten, I am now there is half as many people have got it. It's gone from like 5% of players have had this achievement to 2.7%. So I can only assume that roughly double the amount of active players at the moment as a consequence. So that was kind of an interesting thing to see. Nevertheless, at the end of the last episode, we were making plans. We need to get water quite badly. Aavak is almost out of hydration, and Lady Wolfheart is almost out of satiety. I could possibly have Aavak cook something up for her, but honestly, Lady Wolfheart is as capable of cooking as Aavak is at this point. I don't think cooking actually benefits in any way from the dexterity, so from your crafting skills. However, one thing I would very much like to do, I've probably got enough hydration to keep Aavak going for a little bit. Now this all comes down to whether the car can navigate up to the park. If it can, then we might be able to go over there. We've got enough fuel to go there and get back, all in one go. And I think that should be good enough. Let's have a look at our current situation. Aavak has all of the bottles with him. We had a couple of odds and sods here as well, ready to do some work. But I think what we're going to do is, first and foremost, I'm going to throw all of these on. I'll always bring the blanket and the pillow. Well, actually, we're not going to be gone that long, so we're not going to need to do that. Instead, I'm going to use the couch. We're going to store the pillow and the blanket back here. We're not going to need that where we're going. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to have Aavak craft up some gubbins. Now, how much AP do you use while moving around? Not that much right now. That's okay. We're not going to have to go too far. What I would like to do is pick up some items from the ground. Let's go for... I'm noticing I don't have many spears. So I'm going to pick up enough material to craft a few. Aavak, I would like you to put on... You've already got your gloves on. Perfect. In that case, let's go ahead and make some spears. Not knife spears, just wooden spears. I'm going to start the craft on all of them, because then all of the materials are used up. Then I'm going to go ahead and try and craft, well, 2, I guess. Sure. I could probably get 3 of them finished. Now, as for Lady Wolfheart, what are you doing right now? Do you have a big old book with you? You do have a big old book with you. Okay, well, we're going to be moving these around a little bit. I'm kind of worried about the condition of this fanny pack. I'm going to need Aavak to sort that out very soon. You've got a decent spear, so I'm not too worried about this one. I'm going to have you move over here. I want you to interact with Aavak, take the wooden spear. I would also like you to grab... Oh, sorry, that was very wrong. I gave them the other way around. I want you to grab all of the empty bottles. Go ahead. grab all of these. The soju and the wine obviously stay with Aavak. They're pretty much going to be the only thing we can do right now to keep Aavak on the go. I am also going to swap over the... Oh, that was a mistake of my part. Quite a big one, actually, because now Aavak's going to have to spend AP donning those. But I wanted to swap these out, since these are relatively good condition. I meant to drop the book over here. That's kind of an annoyance that it's going to cost me so much AP just to do that. But with that done, I would like you to head on out. Right, we've got a soldier zombie right there. How many AP do you have? You've got... not that... It wouldn't take you many to get over there. They've already seen us. Now, to head out, I could allow them to attack here. They attack for 7.7 to 9.4. The other thing we could do, of course, is we could go with the gun. How much... Oh, you're so bad with this. You're really, really bad with that, actually. Alright. Instead, we're going to risk it for a biscuit. Let's get out there, and we're just going to go in for a regular attack. Now, I would really like to take you out as quickly as possible. You've got 8 defense there. You do not do much damage with the knife spears. This one Aavak made and does a little bit more damage. I could use this axe. We've got a 100% chance of hitting, and we'll do 7.6 to 9.2. Potentially 2 attacks, and we've got 3 that we can do. No, we've only got 2 because we're using 1.1 for each attack here. Could go for the legs. 2 attacks would take the legs out, but we'd have no means of moving away after that. I think it's going to have to just hope. Okay, that was a fantastic hit. 8.6. That was glorious. At this point, we can't fail to kill. That is exactly what we needed there, my lord. It also dropped a bone. Nice. Very good, in fact. Alright, we are a little bit cold, and that ultra sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. I could spend some AP throwing on a cardigan or a hoodie. The cardigan is about to break. Honestly, so much of my stuff. Oh, I should have had my leather gloves on. Just to leave me. Go ahead, put the cardigan on. It hasn't actually made enough of a difference, unfortunately. Oh well. Right, I want to drop off all of these bottles in here so that I'm just not carrying them around with me. Remaining 0.14. Why is that? How bizarre. Either way, there we are. That's all loaded up now. Right, we're going to be cold this turn. And Aavak is cold inside as well. And it's just the way it is, sadly. Unless I can put the... Oh, I can actually put these on. Yeah, pop the cardigan on. That might help a tiny little bit. Right, and after that, we're going to have a drink. I'm going to get a bit drunk. It's not amazing, but, you know, it is what it is. Right, pass the turn. I'm parched. Shh, it's fine. Right, I would like you to pop on the cardigan. Oh, am I going to have to put on the hoodie as well? Yeah, I am. Wow, that kind of hurts a bit. Right, as for Aavak, finish this off. I would like you now to move up here. I would like you to grab some food. Do I have enough food with us? We do. Enough of something to make a salad. Sure. That will do. It's going to cost me 2 AP to make this salad. That's alright, though. Let's go ahead and make something. This will be quite a satisfying salad here. It'll also have a bit of hydration as well. I might be able to make it even more hydrating if I go ahead and I pop the rest of the lettuce in. Yes, okay, that's not too bad. 3 AP for that, but I'm okay with it. Right, let's pop those back in. And we are going to split this into 2. There we go. Now then, what I need to do is get down here and trade. Can I get all the way over there? I can't. That is fine. If I move to this tile, that should be enough. I would like Lady Wolfheart to just move over. We can exchange items. I'll take one of these. Thank you very much indeed. And since I've got the AP for it, let's close the door. Let's go ahead and grab all of these. And we're going to just straight up eat this. The whole thing. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Go ahead and gobble that down. Right, that's sorted you out. Aavak, I need you to gobble this down. Do we need that satiety? No, but we need the hydration. So go ahead. We are a little bit cold, and unfortunately, I didn't reactivate those. I knew that was going to be a problem for me. I do need to repair these, so technically, right now, it's not actually the worst thing in the world. Right. Can I use this? And if I did, can I drive us? We can. Okay. We're not going to do it, because I don't want to do this on low AP. We now have enough AP to make the trip. Go ahead, pop the jacket on. Oh, wow, am I going to have to put the hoodie on as well? Yeah, I did. Okay. Grab the messenger bag at the very least. Dare I try and repair these enough? Because what's my... Yeah, my movement AP right now is awful. Okay, let me just quickly get these sorted to the point that they're not about to be destroyed. That's good enough for me right now. Let's equip them. We're going to spend one more turn getting ready. Actually, since you've got so much AP, I would like you to exchange items. Give Aavak enough bullets. Aavak is by far the better shot, so I think it makes more sense for Aavak to have the gun, well, more of the bullets there. But you've got enough AP left over for me to use this. Let's have a look at what we can find. That's way too far away. There's one connection there. Is there any other connection? We might be able to connect up to Terminus on that side, but it seems like we're going to have to go through the tunnel. Not exactly what I wanted to do, I'm not going to lie to you. We've got two locations here. Right about there. Let's get the cheapest scan that we can. What do we find? Clothing store and a pharmacy. Pharmacy's very nice. Is there any connection down here? There isn't. Wow. It might be that there's a railroad connection, but otherwise these locations are completely isolated from one another. Whew. Okay. Well, still that's fine. This is going to put us both on about even keel with AP. There we go. And Aavak is no longer drunk. Unfortunately, kind of need him to finish this off. How much would this need in total? Crafting speed of 3, so I'd need 10 AP to finish that. I think, as it is, we're good. So, Lady Wolfheart. Oh, does one of us have a lighter? Yes, we do. Okay, both of us have a lighter. That's perfect. Let's drive. We're going to the park. It is 10. This is going to take none of our... Oh, there we go. All right, we've got zombies everywhere. This is a SWAT zombie. Excuse me? You can see and get to us. You can see and get to us. You cannot see or get to us, nor can you. You can get into attack. You cannot. We need to deal with the SWAT zombie first. And I'm going to say that that is going to be your job here. We're going to need to take this helmet out. But now that that's gone, we don't need to throw away that weapon any further. Actually, I want to use the one that has the higher damage. Please and thanks. There we are. Because I'm going to use more AP by doing it this way. Right, now I'm going to switch over to that one to finish you off. There we go. Now, that one would be able to see but not interact. That's fine. We've got zombies everywhere. Stone hammer. Ooh, okay. Well, this is why I made the point of coming over here with so much... Ooh, actually, so much AP is because we're frankly going to need a lot of it to do what we're about to do. Right, you've not seen me yet. Let's get this zombie out of here. Shouldn't be too hard, especially with the added abilities of those gloves. Now, dare we head over here? I want to. I'm going to have 2 AP. Right, okay, Aavak, nothing else reacted, so I'm going to say that we're safe. There we go. It's down. Now, you're going to take this time to recuperate. This is a crawling zombie, not a big threat. This one, likewise, not a big threat. Now, I am thirsty. My HP is decreasing per turn due to low hydration. It might be better for Aavak right now to focus on getting water going. And I think that's what we're going to do. So, store items. We want all of these out of there. Every single one. Let's get them all. There we go. Now, I may as well... Well, actually, that would take more AP than moving over here for some reason. That is kind of crazy, but alright. Oh, it's probably having to cross the benches. Also, notice how, because Aavak's observation is so much higher, Aavak can see the other side of the pond versus Lady Wolfheart, who's not very observant at all. Right. Our inventory weight is adding a lot to our movement right now. First thing we're going to do, we're going to pick this up. Second thing we're going to do is I'm going to interact with the pond. Oh, it's going to take so much AP to grab everything. I could fish if I brought a fishing rod. I didn't think of it. Sad. Right, we're going to do this piece by piece. I'm going to use 2 AP there. Right now, my biggest concern is a lack of water immediately. I've got 10 AP left. I'm going to collect another large bottle of water. Then we are going to start a fire with the gas lighter on this tile. It's only going to last for one... Oh, no. Did I genuinely... Oh, thank goodness. I thought for a second there, but I remembered that I did actually keep a pan with me at the end of the last episode, specifically because I knew I would forget. This Aavak came prepared. Okay, let's cook all of this water. 6 AP. That's plenty of empty containers now with water in them. And we're immediately going to drink. Just go ahead, drink as much as you can. Drink until you're no longer thirsty. There we go. We will now, because of well hydrated, we'll actually start to recover HP. That was the important part. Can I add fuel to this with the rag? Yes, I can. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Now, if Lady Wolfheart would be able to, I would like her to collect these. We will be summoning zombies toward us right now. But we have solved all of our water problems and quite a lot of our food problems, frankly, because we can just come up here and fish. Obviously, we'll need to repair the fishing rods on the regular, but that isn't a terrible situation. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to... Can I move there? No. I'm going to be a little bit inefficient with the way that I collect these. Here you go. Exchange these items. There we are. I wonder if I could use the bone. I could probably use the bone to make a knitting needle, actually. Right. Now then, we want to get over here, find the zombies, and take them out. That one has seen me, won't be able to reach me. Let's deal with you. Is this the poor one? Let's just... Yes, it is. It may take a couple of extra hits, but you know what? We'll go with the better one, then switch over. It doesn't cost me anything to switch over. I may as well use the poorest one every time to take out the heads. The other one is on its way. Ah, a guidebook about parks. I know all the locations of this kind of place. Really? How many parks were there? There was this one, that one, 3, 4. There were 4 parks. We were that close. Actually, we've known that one for a little bit. Think about it. There's a gas station over there. What I wouldn't give to know where the position of all the gas stations were. Either way, this zombie is going to be on its way down to us. But Aavak is going to spend pretty much all his time filling every water bottle he can. It's going to take a little bit of time, but when we go back, we're not going to have to come back up here to get water for a while. And there isn't, as far as I know, any functional limit to the amount of water you can get this way. We're going to keep nice and cozy warm over here if we can. Yes. If we have a look at this, you'll notice that on this tile it's actually quite warm, thanks to that. So, if I want to, can I take off? Yes, I can take off without any extra difficulty. So, I'm going to take off some things that are giving me a lot of temperature. We just don't need it. While all of that's going on, I would also like to make a bone needle. So let's start that craft. Okay, how many of our bottles did we fill? Not even close to the amount of bottles we have. So we're going to continue filling those on the next turn. Right, that's good enough. Pass the turn. Now, obviously, we want to be back home before nightfall, for many, many reasons. Aavak, go ahead and collect as much dirty water as you can. Can I switch character while that's going on? No. That would have been very, very nice, but I guess I wasn't really expecting it. The other thing we can do, I guess, is we can probably break down these benches if we want some more wood. Duly noted. But we also want to check them. Right, how many of these have been filled now? Most of them at this point. Most of them have been filled at this point. Right. With your spears, you'll be able to attack diagonally. We're going to pick that up. So, spears to the face. Not perfect, but it'll do. We'll finish you off. Oh. Oh, did it break? It may have broken, actually. Either way, let's get around here. So we do actually have to walk around these trees. It's a little bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. Any more zombies on this side? Well, let's have a quick check. A guidebook for gun shops. Okay. That would be very useful for Aavak. Go. Aavak can continue collecting dirty water. Now, with all of this excess water we're going to have, because water is now no longer an issue, we can more or less sustain optimal, well, shy of fertilizer, but optimally watered farms indefinitely. Have we got any more that we need to collect? No, we don't. Alright, I think that was all of it. Right. Lady Wolfheart, okay, you to move up here and tell me if there's any zombies. There is one. It's fine. We'll deal with it. One. Oh, the wooden spear is broken. Two. And grab that. Oh. Debris. Going to an unidentified location. We would need... you can remove the debris by placing the character on the same tile. Debris is blocking the path. Clear the debris to use the path. We would need a... I believe a spade, a shovel, to be able to do that. Oh, that was unfortunate. Draw back. Let it come to you. I shouldn't have been so aggressive with my movements there. That was a silly and potentially very dangerous thing that I just did. Right, can we collect any more dirty water? We cannot. Can I cook all of this clean water? It'll cost me 8 AP to do this. Start. Do the same. It would cost me another 8 AP. Should have known that, because we are now running this down. I would like to keep it going, though. Do I have anything to pop on there? Sadly, I don't. Oh, that's a bit of an irritation. I wonder, could I use this? I could. We've got plenty of street maps back at the house. It would only give me one more turn, and all it would do is effectively mean that I won't need to use up more of the firelighter, and that isn't a big concern for me, if I'm honest. Now, let's take your head off. Thank you. We've got plenty of rags up here as well. Now, oh, there are lots of zombies. One there, one there. That one hasn't seen me, but where could I get to where I would be safe? You're going to walk as far as here. You can see as far as there. Right, I'm going to let them approach. Lady Wolfheart is just doing all of the work right now to get rid of these zombies. Thank you very much, Lady Wolfheart. It is appreciated. Right, as for Aavak, well, may as well go ahead and start building more of these spears to replace the ones that are being very, very aggressively used. Is that another SWAT zombie? It is another SWAT zombie. Okay, there were a lot more zombies that saw us there. Right. There are 2 in this tile. How good is that? It's 50% now. But we can manage it, I think. So, 1 there, and 1, 2. What's the condition of it? 24%. You can walk very far. You have not seen us. That one has not seen us. Right, let's draw back. As for Aavak, you've got a lot more to work on. We'll wait until we've got those rags, I think. Instead, I could use a lot of AP to get over here. I could use 6 to get there and then draw back, if I wanted to pull you back toward me. Might be worth our while. For now, though, I'm actually so overburdened. Let's go ahead and drink a little bit more. I would like to empty out the large containers where possible. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. That's a shame. But okay. I'm just going to drop these off then. So store these items. Store the clean water at the very least. I don't need to be carrying all of that around with me. Honestly, in the future, I'll keep one of these. I will do my... Well, we're going to clean out the zombies before I do any more preparations here. That being said, at this point, I could just take these back with me. Thinking about it, I don't actually need to do the work over here. Right, I'm going to finish off working on this. Going to allow you to approach, and Aavak will come up with and hopefully deal with the SWAT zombie there. Ooh, you're parched. Oh, I thought for a dread second that you'd gotten attacked there, but you did not. It's just getting a bit cold. Of course, the fire just went out. I suppose that makes a lot of sense. Alright, so pop that on for now. If I were to pop that on, I could finish this. Then we can take it off so I don't use that up unnecessarily. It'll cost me 4.5 movement to get over here. I'm going to have Aavak be the one to finish this zombie off, if possible. What I need from you, though, is for you to cleave this helmet off. Then you can do a little bit of extra damage as well. There we go. That's good enough. Now, the reason why I want Aavak to be the one to finish is they've got Keepsake Collector, whereas Lady Wolfheart does not. So Aavak is currently 40... has got an extra 40% chance to get an item. Now, whether that's just multiplying, that's 40% extra on the original chance, like a flat 40%, or 40% of the original chance, which I don't know what that would be. I really couldn't tell you. But Aavak does seem to get these items quite frequently. And there we go. We actually got a fighting knife out of that. That was well worth having Aavak be the one to come and collect that then. Right, with the rest of this, I'm going to say that we can trade over the jobs for now. Yeah, has Aavak got any more items? No, we're good. Are you needing hydration? You are. Well, then what we'll do is we're just going to have you head on down to the car, collect some water. There you go. Drink that. Perfect. We may as well top that up. I'll come back and fill all of it. Well, maybe I'll fill it before I leave. I don't know. But we may as well just pull these out. I don't have nearly enough AP to manage this. So instead, what we'll do is I'll just have you fill these. Good. Perfect. Right, you can hang tight there. We will clear all the zombies from this park. I don't want to have to always worry about coming up here. Hoodie's almost worn out. Whose hoodie? It's not yours. So, it would be yours. Okay, stop using that for now. Right. Could you please light... Oh. I didn't take the pan. That was bad of me. Oh well. Too late now. I can make it all the way over here. Now, are there any other zombies reacting? No. So that's you dealt with. And at this point, I think we're free to just wander around. Sure. Couldn't find anything useful there. That's fine. Well, Lady Wolfheart isn't going to be able to cook right now, so that's fine. I'll use the remaining AP to just quickly scavenge. It's fine. Alright. Well, I may as well have you start making your way back. And on the next turn, Aavak will wander down. We've got these two left unchecked. And then we're just going to drive home. Nothing there. And, oh, we managed to get a crafting book, but all of the recipes are known to me. Fair enough. Sadly, we're not going to get home before nightfall, and that does suck a little bit. Actually... No, it wasn't. I had the wrong character selected. Well, that's fine. Nightfall will be here. We should be able to get home and into the house without too much issue, I would imagine. Right. Let's have you drive us back to the safe house. 2.2 fuel to do that. Right. Aavak can immediately open this up. I'm going to grab all of these items. Let's just get inside. That was a fantastically good day for us. That was huge. Absolutely massive. Let's get all the way over here in one go. The temperature inside is going to be very cold. Is there anything else in the car? I think we took everything out. Yeah, we did. How much fuel have we got? 1.5, so we could drive somewhere, and that would be it. Let's get you indoors. Close the door. Okay. Now then, as for what we're going to do next. Aavak can drop off all of the water. Can I not? Oh no. Damn. It's too full. Well, a lot of that is going to be down to the rotten food. So, I'm going to take all of this out. And we are going to be using this to make some things. Once all of that is removed, we should be able to drop off all of the water again. No, still a little bit shy. That's a bit of a pickle, isn't it? I've got these two. They're fairly worn down. So I'm going to swap these out. Go. Pop these back on. Okay, I can't put that one on for now, but that's okay. Right. I'll take out the fishing rod because we're definitely going to need it. I'm also going to take out one of the pots. Which pot has got the least durability? A very easy way of checking this is looking for value and then going for the lowest one. Because durability has quite an effect on value. So doing that, for example, I know that this is the lowest condition one. That's 40. That's 46, 47, yeah. That all worked. In fact, if I wanted to just double check that I had the lowest durability pan, I could do that as well. Now, there's plenty to say about not just using the lowest durability whatever. But I think for the most part we should be okay. I'm also going to bring out a lot of the food. We've now got enough water. Actually, I'll grab these out as well. That we should be able to cook some nice like soups and stews and that sort of thing. Well, that's good enough for now. Alright. Your satiety is quite low. I'd like you to be able to get an early sleep if I'm able to. So, let's move up to this location. I would like you to pick up a couple of these. And I will have you hand these over to Aavak. Where did they go? Oh, of course, wrong side. There we are. Now, that condition on that is awful. So I'm going to give you the best condition spear that I've got, because Aavak will finish building another one in a moment. I'm also going to hand over the ridiculous amount of dirty bottles there. Right, we're going to pass the turn. The first thing Aavak's going to do, leather gloves of all... Oh no. Ah, damn it. I forgot to stop using those. What's the temperature in the house? The temperature in the house is fine, so I can stop wearing pretty much all of our extra layers. We're going to do the same thing for Aavak. Don't want any extra layers on right now. Don't need them. Right, there we go. I am going to equip the work gloves, because there's a couple of things I'm going to want to do here. But the first thing is to set a little fire. Now, this may summon zombies, and it is a rough time to be doing it, for certain, but we have reinforced the windows, and if something does come crashing, we can open the window and attack them. Lady Wolfheart needs food, and so does Aavak, realistically. So I'm not going to be increasing that anymore. Really? Can I make... No, it'll be moldy cheese. I was about to say. Wow, that would take a lot. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, actually, is decide how much I want to make bait. And I do want quite a few bits of fishing bait. There we go, that'll do. The rest of this can be turned into fertilizer, however. Wow, we really don't get much out of this. Oof. Okay, start crafting that one. More fertilizer besides. There we go, and the rotten spelt. Oh, that doesn't actually help us. Okay. Can I make... Well, I'll get one fishing bait out of it. Okay, so that's cleared up all of the rotten food out of my out of the inventory that I can use. Right, I can make some vegetable soup. I can make some corn chowder, some cooked veggies, just basic cooked veggies. Someone did point out that this is probably how I get my roasted potatoes. You are quite correct. Yeah. Right, but for this meal, I'm going to use quite a lot of potato, actually. It's going to be lettuce and potato soup. This will increase the time before this stops being fresh by an enormous amount. Quite an enormous amount, actually. This is going to have satiety of 40. That is wild. Do I want to add in carrots as well? More components make for more nice. If I had pepper, I might use it, but 42 satiety, 17 hydration, 8 morale, and an extra 8 for Aavak. We're just going to go ahead and cook that, and then we're immediately going to do exactly the same thing. Top that up with water. And... Tomp. Then I'll have 2 to make some sort of salad. It'll be very, very depressing salad, though. It'll literally just be a lettuce salad. I'll do it anyway, just because I might as well. Right, let's half each of these. Well, actually, you can just go ahead and eat this. You'll get the most out of this because of your foodie buff. But Lady Wolfheart is going to take one of these. I'm also going to top that up completely. There we go. Now, didn't end up preparing any of the water. That's fine. I don't really don't really mind about that one too much. I would love to empty out one of these though. There we go. As then I can have Aavak carry around a full bottle that way. The soju we're obviously going to keep. We can drop this bottle off. There we go. Well, actually, thinking about it, how about I go ahead and I just transfer all of this out? Okay, there we go. Aavak has moved things around a little bit. Now, one of the things I will say is that, sadly, this is involved. We're just going to have a different place for all of the empty bottles. That's the only thing we can do. There is no way that I can just keep carrying all of this around and storing it in the wardrobe. It's taking up too much space. Simple as. So, going to have to find another dumping ground for all of that gubbins, unfortunately. Do I need anything else? We know every gun shop in the world. Huh. That's quite an interesting one. I don't think I do specifically. Not just yet, anyway. We will transfer all of these across to Aavak, though. They can make use of that. I will also pass that along so that Aavak can just go ahead and store that in here. Let's pop that away. Right. With that, Lady Wolfheart is going to start organizing up the books. Are we moving relatively comfortably now? It looks like we are, actually. I've got no unbagged weight presently, which is very nice. Your morale is a little bit low, but I think we should be okay. Right, let's just transfer all of the books over here that we don't need. And I think with that, Lady Wolfheart is going to have a bite to eat and then going to sleep. I will use up all of the remaining AP, though. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to divide this into three separate servings. I can divide it further if I want to, because this is still extremely hydrating and extremely satiating. So I'm going to divide all of this into lots of much smaller meals. And then I will carefully manage this. So there we go, that's one. Sure, we can have another one. There we are. Satiety, hydration, they're in a good place now. Right, with that, we're going to use the map. Let's see if we can't find a little bit more about this place. Okay, we've discovered that these are both houses, so that park does connect up to a house. And we are going to be going to the library anyway, and we are going to be going to this house for a relief surprise. I don't know if we're going to end up getting a shovel that we'll be able to use through there. It's a bit of luck really on that one, whether we do or not. Either way, it's time for Lady Wolfheart to tuck down for a sleep, I think. Stop using all the bags, we don't need to. There we are. And I want you to just go ahead and snooze. You can snooze until energy is restored. You will wake up before nightfall. Right, let's pass a turn. Now, if we're super lucky, zombies aren't going to be approaching. We may have been all right. This being a base and having very recently been cleared out, might not be any zombies around here that would cause us trouble. That would be the ideal situation, of course. Right, let's go ahead and separate this out. There we go. Perfect. And now Aavak can have a little bit to eat and drink as well. There we go. That is perfect. Well fed, well hydrated, and content. This is a good day to be alive. All right. I'm going to choose a new tile for preparing food. And, well, that being said, I could just drop them on the floor here, I suppose. I wonder, how will that interact with the game? Let's see, what happens if I just pop all of these items on the ground where I'm stood? Does that cause any particular issue for me? Or does that just mean there's a load of things on the floor? Oh, that's fantastic then. Okay, that works perfectly. Right, well, I've got a lot of repairs to do. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of on the verge. And I've got a bunch of things that I need to fix in my inventory. I should be... Oh, I am wearing them. Good. We will go ahead and we will... Oh, no. My kitchen knife. Well, poop. Never mind. I've got a fighting knife. That said, though, let me pop the fighting knife in here, and I want to just find the lowest value knife that we've got. Oh, that one's going to break in a second. That one won't be much behind it. Still, I'd rather go through these before I go through anything else. Actually, the stone knife would be the better one to use. That one, it's low durability, but it's a 96 quality right now, so it should be fine. Either way, let's continue working on this. We're almost finished with it. And Aavak's going to spend the night just getting some crafting, getting some repairing done. And when Lady Wolfheart wakes up, we will tag out and she will spend the rest of the night reading. And the morning is here. And I would like to note that when the car parked in a different spot on its way back, look at what we found underneath. I didn't notice this at night, I suppose because I wasn't near enough to it. That is huge. But we've got a couple of things to go over. Both Aavak and Lady Wolfheart have had a sleep, though at this point they're both starting to wake up a little bit. Aavak is busy currently making a rake. And that is going to be handed over to Lady Wolfheart, who can go and start preparing some fields. Aavak also took some time to repair a little bit of everything, actually. I should have left these at the couch, but oh well. I've brought everything back up to 60-odd%, which I'm very, very happy with. However, Lady Wolfheart's items are starting to definitely show a bit of wear and tear. So I think I'm just going to have Lady Wolfheart swap out everything that Aavak is wearing and she can have the others. That way she'll be nice and warm when she's outside. And since Aavak is over there right now, I'll have Lady Wolfheart walk across to him. Right, let's drop off all of these books. I read through the church guide and Lady Wolfheart finished learning intuition and is currently in the process of learning a higher degree of combat. Intuition, again, is the ability to, or rather a decrease on the penalty when fighting an enemy you can't see, because Lady Wolfheart doesn't have cat's eyes, so she can't see anything at night. Now, in terms of your overall condition, you can definitely gobble down some more food. There we go, a little bit of extra morale because of this being a fresh home-cooked meal. There we are, that's actually quite nice. Now, content, due to having high morale, is increasing AP recovery by 2%. I was told that it is very useful to read Bibles. In fact, this little tip was given to me by Moat Birderer, which I can only assume is a play on Boat Murderer, who said that in terms of the energy economy, there's a bit of a cheesy tactic that you can use. If you read a Bible every turn, it'll restore 2 morale points. You lose 1 morale point on, generally each turn, unless you've got modifiers to it. At maximum morale, you effectively gain an extra 10% AP per turn, which equates to an extra 1 in most cases. That 1 can be used to read the Bible again, so as long as you're just going everywhere, just reading the Bible, and always having 1 AP left to read the Bible, you will always have 1 more AP and will always be in the best mood possible, which is beautifully cheesy, a little bit too cheesy for me, but I wanted to point this out because that was an amazing tip. What a funny bit of balancing there. Several people noted that the zombies swarmed as well. When I was at the electronics store, the zombies swarmed because I was using an alarm radio rather than the watch. I don't know why it defaulted to using the alarm to do that. Kind of annoying, if I'm perfectly honest, but oh well. Right, let's go ahead and exchange some items. I'm going to want the rake as a definite, and I'm going to want pretty much all of these swapped over. So I'll take the one that Aavak is wearing. You can have this windbreaker. I will take the denim jacket. Oh no, sorry, I just moved them back. It doesn't matter. There's no penalty to doing that. Actually, this windbreaker is in a good state, but you need those gloves. You need to fix those gloves so badly. The cardigan needs to be fixed. Let's bring over the good cardigan. The sweater, can't fix that right now. The hoodie definitely needs to go over. As for, I think they're all more or less in a good state. I'll get those sorted out a bit later. For now, this should be enough. Right. Oh, actually, there was a reason why I was thinking, oh, maybe I should go over here instead. I needed to pick up the seeds, of course. Let's grab all of these seeds. Oh, no. I used all of the potatoes. I didn't think to keep any of them so that I could replant them. That is 100% on me. What a silly sausage I am. Deeply upset about that. But it is what it is. We'll hopefully be able to trade for some. I'll take some of the fertilizer, and I'll also, from the ground, pick up... Oh, does Aavak have all of the water? Yes, Aavak does have quite a lot of the water, actually. Let's bring this water out there. I want to water the fields as we go. We might as well. There was one other thing that I noticed while Aavak was looking through things. The gut bucket. 1 zombie guts, 3 metal scrap or 6 plastics can make a gut bucket. And when I was reading the description, it caught my attention. A bucket filled with zombie guts, it can be used to hide a door or window. I guess, much like the gut poncho. But will this decay over time, is the big question that I have. So, I'm going to pick that up, along with 3 bits of scrap metal. That's not great, because I'm not going to have much plastic around after that. But I want to make this. Go ahead and start crafting this, please, and thank you. Let's go. Oh, we're already done. Fair enough. Can I trade that with you then, since you're going to be moving around? Go ahead and take this. There you go. Right, Aavak needs to put back on the clothes now. So, actually, all of them are kind of on their way out. So, Aavak's just going to have to be cold for now, unfortunately. Right. Let's head out. Well, you know what? Since I don't know how this is going to work, I don't want to open the door after I've applied it and then find that that actually wasted it. That would kind of suck. So we're just going to use it on this window. So use on this window. Okay, hidden. Oh, it only lasts for 10 hours. Okay. Okay, well, we now know. We now know. So for 10 hours, if you really needed to, you could use a couple of gut buckets in a dicey situation where you're fairly certain that the zombies know that you're there and might come along. You could use it to basically conceal a window completely. That's not a bad deal, all things said and done. Right. Aavak definitely needs to pop on some more clothing. So let's pop on the denim jacket. There we go. And also gobble down some of that delicious soup. There we are. The rest of Aavak's time is now going to be spent getting these back to a good state of repair. Everything, all of the clothes pretty much need to be sorted out. So I'm going to have Aavak just start work on that. There we go. That's the hoodie at over 64%. I will always stop at the 60% point. At least for now. That's where I stop. Oh wait. Oh, you can use this multiple times. Oh, that's much more useful then. That's much more useful. 1 gut bucket would be able to conceal 3 points of ingress from the zombies. That's actually huge. Right, this is condition 20% now. This is going to rot in 1 day. That's fine. We can easily get that back in time. I don't have anything to bait this with. Damn. Oh well. We'll have to remember to keep some rotten food around for baiting the traps. But I strongly suspect that a lot of the food that we're going to get is going to be fish from now on. I see no particular reason not to. Right, I want to fertilize this. Sufficient. I want to water it. Let's see how much this uses. Wow, it used all 40? Well, I wouldn't have done that if... Wait a sec, let me have a look. Yeah, it used all... Wow, okay. Oh, this better last forever then. I don't think we're going to be watering the rest. Sorry to say. We can have tomatoes, though, for the first time. Which is quite nice. Can I go ahead and... No, not enough AP left over. That's fine. Right, I'm going to have Lady Wolfheart start preparing the farms. I'm going to pop this cardigan on as well. It's very bitterly cold. It's only 2.8 degrees outside. But Lady Wolfheart's going to be busy prepping all the farms, not going to be watering them. And Aavak is going to continue repairing Lady Wolfheart's gear. And when you come back, we'll be ready to move on to something else. Okay, Lady Wolfheart is finished planting pretty much all of the farms that we're going to be using. And only the last one did I not have seeds for. So although I am still quite frustrated with no longer having potatoes to plant, it isn't the worst thing in the world. As for Lady Wolfheart's gear, some of it needs a little bit of a touch-up, but not too much. And we still have a bird to butcher, which is actually quite amazing. Right, I'm going to go ahead and let you recover your AP so that we can make the whole trip in one go. As for Aavak, almost finished repairing everything. This is down at 38%. At this point, I'm just going ahead and using all AP on each item. Oh, that's 100% now. Wow, that was very nice. Only 8% left on the bone needle, and only 15 threads. I actually had to cut up a couple more as well besides. But overall, pretty happy with this, actually. We will wait for Lady Wolfheart to get back inside, then we are going to cook up that bird. If we have a look at the plants, the one that we watered and fertilized is already 7% of the way towards harvest. In the time it took me to prepare all the rest of these fields. The most recent ones, not... well, actually, all those were done in the last turn. All these, the turn before. And this is going back quite a few turns. I would say about 2 turns it's taking for each percent. Though these ones, interestingly... Okay, so different items have different speeds, I would say, then. Because that lettuce was definitely one of the last ones that was built. Unless, maybe it's the zombie guts over here, adding a little bit of fertilizer. Let's not think about that one too much. Right. Let's get Lady Wolfheart back indoors. We do need a little bit of something over there in order to take care of that, but sadly we don't have it. Right, Lady Wolfheart can absolutely... with 5 AP, maybe not, actually. I was going to say Lady Wolfheart can absolutely take care of all of this, but with only 5 AP, not entirely certain that that actually will be enough there. We've got a kitchen knife here, 52%. I'm fine with using the stone knife instead. I'm going to swap those around. Right, okay, so not a terrible... oh, actually, you know what I should have done? I should have gone over here, because then I can pick all of this up and have Lady Wolfheart also boil the water whilst we're waiting on it. Oh, well, that's fine. May as well just offload them all. It's all going to get sorted out one way or another. But it'll be done on the next turn to make sure that Lady Wolfheart has time and isn't going to waste all of the fire. Right, which one are we going to restore? Well, we may as well just use this up then, I would say. There we go. Bone needle is broken. All right, pretty much everything there is in a really, really good state of repair. We are still a little bit cold, so I'll keep the... actually, can I put the denim jacket on? Yes, I can. That's perfect. Right. Now, as for all of this thread, we can go ahead and drop that. And instead, oh, actually, I will drop it in a moment. We will have a look through our options. I could use some of the books to... Well, actually, no, I don't have any tape. It's a shame. Is there any way for me to recharge batteries, I wonder? I don't know. I need 1 plank, 2 wires, and 2 scrap metals to make another fishing rod, though. So, wire, 2 scrap metals, 1 plank, and I think that was it. Yep, there we go. Now, there is a book that will teach us how to make a proper fishing rod, but that is a little bit beyond us right now. Let's just get this one done. And 1 more turn with these gloves on, and then we're good. I will, however, exchange the fighting gloves back across. There we go. Lady Wolfheart will make the best use of that, I feel. Right, we definitely don't need this much. These many items on right now. You know what? Let's leave the denim jacket as the one that we wear in the house, because that one definitely manages its durability the best. All right. Now that Lady Wolfheart, it's up to you to quickly make some food. That being said, do we actually have anything to use with the meat? We don't, as it happens. Well, that's kind of annoying. Oh no, we've got some carrots. Perfect. Okay, we'll grab those then. We're gonna leave the gut bucket in there. Not gonna keep the gut bucket out. Definitely want some pepper. could possibly do something with the powdered milk, actually. Hadn't thought about that. I'll use it in the coffee. No. That will be used for fertilizer and fertilizer only. I have decided. We can brave it, I think. In fact, let's just make sure... Well, you know what? As much... look, I'm just going to say that I'm not going to willingly poison my characters with coffee. However, what some other survivor wants to do with their body, maybe they're just seeking a faster way out than the inevitable complete collapse of the infrastructure of their fortified base and then being devoured by zombies. I'm not going to judge them. Look, it's a dark time, okay? People turn to dark methods. If they want to buy the coffee, that's perfectly fine. Though I wonder if I made it into coffee, whether it'd be worth more. We will test that. Regardless, though, let's go ahead and set up a little bit of a fire right there. Okay, so, I mean, I could, I suppose, check it out. We need a campfire, pan, or a pot to clean water. Oh, 10. I thought it was 80 clean water. What? But no. We can make rice, cooked shrimp. We're not going to have that. I wonder if we could make a little fish trap, though. We could make milk. I wonder if there's value to that. We've got flour. Can I make dough? Oh, I need salt. Okay, that's fair. We will make that, and then we could do things like pie, carrot pie. A little bit less, you know, amazing. But we'd need the milk to make the cheese to go with the dough and tomatoes, and then we could have some cooked meat and onions. Well, potato as well. Potato pizza. What? I have questions. But all right. All right, we can definitely cook up the rice at the very least. Actually, yeah, you could have coffee with milk. But let's go ahead and do this. So give me 2 servings of cooked rice. Sure. Do again. 2 servings, and that's going to last for a long while. Oh, we can now fry the rice. Aha. I can only imagine that would be even better. Satiety bonus will be huge. Okay. Sure. Let's go ahead and add in... Well, could I do it all in one go? The satiety bonus on this is absolutely out of this world now. I think so. Let's go for that. Wasn't really expecting to be doing that, if I'm honest. I'm going to exchange some items over to Aavak so that Aavak can take care of the butchering. That way I'm not having to worry about that one too much. Can I butcher? Yes, for 1.5. Kitchen knife? Sure. Oh. Oh no, we did get meat. And we also got feathers, of course. Yeah, I don't know why that surprises me so much. That's fine. Let's exchange back. I'm trying to make the most out of the time units that my characters have. Having the 2 together is genuinely helping, though, with that. With that, though, let's finish off making that other fishing rod. And then I can hand that back. There you go. You've now also got a fishing rod. On that note, before I forget, because I will otherwise, let's just drop that in there. And I don't need a gas lighter as well as this. Now, is there anything else that we can cook? We can make some cooked meat. I can make meat stew. Or dried meat. I don't think we need the stew. That being said, we've basically got easy access to as much water as we want at this point. So it's really not going to be a problem. This will give me hydration, satiety of 6.5 and hydration of 8. Morale of 3. If I went for the dried meat, this would last forever. Less satiety, a little bit of morale, but it would last pretty much forever. The final one's cooked meat. A little bit more morale. I think we'll make the stew. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and make that. And then finally, with any AP I have left, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it, though. Yeah. what I can do is, since we're here right now, I may as well hand over a plank. There you go. You can grab this plank. Go ahead and interact with the fire. Just fuel the fire with that. It's going to give us a good while. In fact, that's going to heat this room up so much that we're not going to need any clothing whatsoever on. So we can also stop with that. I'm genuinely starting to think that for the cost of a plank or two here and there, we could easily get through the winter without having to wear clothes indoors and thus decay their durability at all. And that might be worth us doing. Either way, that will now last until next turn. Aavak, go ahead and gobble down some food. There we go. You'll have a bit of healing. And at this point, you may as well do some book learning. The rat trap, the hand crank generator, and the fishing rod, the lantern, the rat trap. Well, I may as well... I'm going to have to read them all eventually, no matter what I do. We've got so many skill books, though. Combat, strength, intuition, and familiar hunger. Kind of... Your familiar hunger is actually going to go up to level 2 if we take that. That's going to be pretty amazing. Right, let's... oh, another thing we want to do, of course, listen in on Terminus. What are you guys up to over there? Okay, more debris. Let's have a quick gander. So, the house supplies there are locked off, and I really don't see much of a way for us getting around here, but soon enough we're going to have the whole map visible to us. That's going to be huge. The park is basically a constant source now of water and food through fishing. Fishing is going to be a much more intensive way of doing it, but with the gardens from what I can tell don't decay, so we're not going to need the rake anymore. And so instead, in fact, we could even plant at the park, thinking about it. If we wanted to really, really go all in on that, we might be able to do that. I can use fire in the day in the house. I can make extra blankets out of rags that we get from zombies, allowing for our characters to stay. Well, no, they'll only use one blanket while they sleep. Thinking about that. Still, we'll probably be able to get enough through trading with the fortified house if we're just constantly fishing, gathering plants around there, especially if we go to the seaside as well. This is very, very interesting. I wasn't really certain if this game had like a component where you could realistically survive for a long time, but I'm starting to think there is. Right, let's try and learn about this then. Not enough AP. Right, passing the turn. Now that will have gone out before sunset, which was a very important one. We want to clean up all of this water. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we want to do the same again. We don't quite have enough AP, so I can just reduce that a little bit. You know what, though? We may as well. We're actually getting a bargain by cleaning it all and using all of that AP all at once. As for Aavak, I'm going to keep reading. Alright, sunset looms in 2 hours, and Lady Wolfheart just finished purifying all of our water. Aavak has learned how to make the hand crank generator and also the fishing rod. Now, what do we need for the fishing rod? 1 steel pipe. Ooh, that's a rough one. But okay. Any hammer, 8 scrap metal, and 4 wires. Honestly, the 8 scrap metal and 4 wires are no joke either. Well, the wires maybe not too terribly bad. But it does... I'm only aware of one way that we can get that. The lantern requires 2 scrap metal, 6 scrap plastic, and 12 electronics parts. We can easily get that. We've got enough electronics parts to break down. I would love to learn how to make a wood bat. I feel that would be amazing, because I should be able to make... Well, just honestly, knowing how to make a wood bat in and of itself would be great. We do have a hand crank generator, though. You can manually charge it and use it to recharge the... Oh. Okay. So, how much does this go down, though? I was thinking like a hand crank generator that could be used to kickstart a larger bit of machinery. But of course, yeah, we could use this to charge electronics. That's kind of amazing. Not going to lie, that is a huge thing for us. But it is almost nighttime, so I think what we're going to have our intrepid survivors do... Lady Wolfheart, first and foremost, going to store these back. Not going to be using those for a little bit. And I didn't want to use the pepper. That I want to keep until we've got a real good use for it. However, thinking about this now, I'm feeling like we could probably start breaking down some of these items. That said, though, well, yeah, we definitely do want to start breaking these down. Aavak can absolutely start repairing all of these devices here. But I'm thinking that we're probably going to want to start thinking about heading up past the park. Up to the library. Or to the park and doing a little bit more fishing. That might be a nice use for the next day, to be honest. That we could head down to the fortified house. We're going to have to walk it, though. The vehicle doesn't have enough fuel. That said, it costs us 2 to get up there and 2 to get back, and we would get 5 fuel for 4 trust. If I have a reliable way of generating trust with the folks in the fortified house, we could possibly do that. But we're not going to bank on it right now. I think we could make a little trip down there, then a trip over to the electronics store. Doing it this way also gives us the opportunity to clear out the place. Getting up to the park then, we're going to do a bit of fishing. That's pretty much all we're going to do. I might take an axe and break down all benches into planks. But the other options are hitting the grocery store, hitting the gun shop. There is something to be said about hitting the grocery store. There's a bunch of stuff potentially there, and the pharmacy as well. Clothing store, considering how cold it's getting, also a good option. But the library, likewise, quite a tempting one. It is a shame that we don't have a direct connection over to Terminus over here. That would be amazing for us. So I think spending some time with the street map to try and find the route through is going to be a very important one for us. I would like to play this safe. We are currently in a comfortable enough position where we don't need to do anything drastic. Playing it safe, taking our time, clearing out areas before we move up. We're past the dangerous place. So generally speaking, zombies are going to come from this direction. They may go up the railroad, assuming this one's connected. But the other ones, they're far away. We don't really need to worry about it. So if we can clear an area, it should take some time before it'll get repopulated again. And certainly it should take some time before it gets repopulated in a dangerous way. So yeah, I think our plan of action is slow and steady, march towards Terminus. There are other ways to end the game. Again, like I said, there's 5 of them, of which Terminus is only 1. But, and I believe the Marina is one of the other ones. But they all have extra steps to go through. So I think for this first run, we're just going to aim for Terminus. And, you know, it's kind of not a foregone conclusion that we're going to get there, but we're in a very, very comfortable place right now. And I intend to leverage this as aggressively as I can. But that is going to be it for this episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next. But until then, as always, do take care, survivors.